In this video we're going to be dealing with 2013 Subaru Outback with TPMS issue. And initially I noticed that the floorboard was wet in this area. That's when the light was on, and my understanding it's caused by sunroof. Two holes are being clogged. I already vacuumed, cleaned this area, and I somewhat dried this area but didn't really do anything else. I tried using my professional scanner and was not able to connect to the TPMS computer, which makes me think the TPMS module, which is under the seat or somewhere under here, is faulty. There is a small chance that the fuse is out, so I'm gonna check fuse before I dig into this area. Quick Google check showed that apparently there is no dedicated fuse just for TPMS. So I'm gonna try to locate the module, see if it's damaged, and possibly replace it or clean it. Like I say, it's either under the driver's seat or under this area. I really can't feel module here, so I'm gonna try to take bolts out from the seat, move seat a little bit back, and see if I could find it under the driver's seat. Size is 14mm. I'm gonna pull seat back and see if I need to disconnect anything. It looks like just one cable is going towards the seat, and I think there's two connectors, and looks like one of them is related to airbags. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this one. If you don't have a good scanner, disconnect your battery before you remove this one, because you might have to clear some codes afterwards. Okay, everything's disconnected. Now I can move the seat back. I'll try to put it on a back seat. Hopefully it's gonna work. Works. Now have this area all open, and I'll try to find that module. I checked under carpet, there is still some water there. I'm gonna definitely clean it up. I think I found the sensor or module. It's gonna be tough to show it here, but it's around this area. Right here. I'm gonna try to take it off or unplug it and check the pins, see if it's corroded or what's going on. It looks clean to me, but I don't know how long it's been underwater, how much water got there. I'm gonna remove this trim piece. Okay, what's weird to me is the unit looks okay. I didn't see any corrosion at the connector side. So I'm gonna check voltage. I'll connect the seat, hopefully avoid airbag light, and I'll check voltage, see if power does go to this module. Gonna try to remove that mount bracket, two 10mm nuts. I think module should come out now. Here is a module. Unfortunately, I can't see any physical damage. Connectors look clean, but that's only part I can think of that's on a floorboard that could affect TPMS. Gonna connect the seat back. Now I'm gonna start the vehicle, check if dashboard gonna have exact same message. Also gonna use my professional scanner and see if power goes to this harness. When ignition on, this one should have above 10 volts, the red-yellow wire. So harness is good. Still it says TPMS not equipped. Week or so passed, got this module for about $100. I'm gonna install it, and hopefully that would be the solution. Same part number, but for whatever reason metal is on different side, but I'm sure it's removable anyway. So I'm gonna install this one. By the way, all numbers are identical. on top it's exact same. Only difference is here is 1422 and then this one is 1442. So I'll plug this one in and I'm gonna start the vehicle. Low tire pressure. Not sure if it's a good or bad thing. Maybe I do have low tire pressure. Before I had TPMS light, now it's low tire pressure. I'm gonna run vehicle for codes, see what I get. Light is still on, but now after running the codes, I can see TPMS module. Let me see if I can connect it. Not really reading anything now, probably because vehicle is parked. But now, obviously, I can access it. I'm pretty sure I fixed it. I'm gonna put everything back together, then retest everything. I'm gonna try to take it out of this side. Coming out pretty easy. And it should go like this. Now let's install it. And I'm gonna start with securing those two nuts. Can't really see that obviously, but it goes like this, and one nut goes here and one here. And I'm gonna secure this 10mm deep socket and a ratchet. And last thing to do with the module, I'm gonna plug it in. Now I'm gonna secure the seat. Seat is already plugged in. I'll just start by hand tightening the bolts. Same thing here. Put this piece here and this piece there. Broke this piece a while ago, I'll replace it later on. Now I did it off camera. I cleaned sunroof all around, make sure there's no more dirt there. It's very crucial, make sure you clean it maybe on a yearly basis, I don't know how often, but that's what caused the module to fail. Rear one's at 25, should be around 30. Same thing here. I didn't read service manual correctly. Replacing the TPMS module will require TPMS sensor syncing, configuration, or whatever the terminology for that. So I'm gonna connect this tool to OBD port. I guess I'll try first option. Actually, I just checked on Google with part numbers, and even though it says 2008 to 2015 first one, second 2009 to 2017, that second option for those years seemed like it works only 2014 and up is what vehicles it's been sold for. So I'll try the first option of those two. So I'm gonna go with sensor learning, OBD relearn. Okay, let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, it did it. We're going to next one. Still trying to figure out how exactly I need to hold it. Maybe I need to press it while I'm doing it, probably. Let's see. Okay, I think like this. I think I'm doing it right, it just takes some time. There we go. Okay, all done here. Now I'm gonna click OK. It's got all the numbers. Click OK. Now it says to connect OBD2 port. Gonna click sensor learning again. Keep triggered out or not? I'm gonna say keep. Okay. Okay. Sensor study success. So even though it's done, now it's blinking over here. Now it gives a TPMS error instead of low tire pressure. Let's see what's gonna say here. Transmitters, no data. All clear DTC. No light here for now. Read IDs. So I'm gonna do a quick test drive, just around the block, see if it's gonna give me any messages. I'm also gonna check with my professional scanner to see if there are any issues in a TPMS module. Nothing on TPMS module. And it does show pressure. You can't see this one for some reason. But as far as pressure, it does show pressure for all except actually this one. So about a week later I get this code and TPMS light on the dashboard. Which means that tool did not do everything right, and maybe doing it again would have fixed it. But now I'm gonna use another tool to see if it would perform better. I can already tell that this portion screws in much better than the previous tool I used. So it gives two options. One of them lists the part number, another one doesn't. I'll try first one. There is nothing wrong with trying two of them. So this vehicle is 2013, 09 to 2017. Other option is 08 to 2015. I'll try position relearn. OBD relearn. Now I'm gonna disconnect it and do each wheel. Definitely faster than previous tool I was testing. It's kind of weird numbers, I'm not sure what it is. kPa, maybe it's pressure. Might have to change it to PSI if that's what it shows. Says connect the port, turn ignition on. Continue. Writing sensor ID to ECU. Relearn successful. Okay. Relearn successful. So shows everything here. So now it has a icon here. The dashboard itself doesn't show any messages, but when I click this one, transmitter 4 no data, and I think that's from previous one, so I'm gonna erase it. You sure you want to erase? Yes. Code has been sent. No DTC, so that should be good. And I'll wait a week or two before I publish this video to make sure codes are not coming back. Reading fault codes, just saying no diagnostic codes. And it is reading everything, so be good. Here's the old module. You could see a little bit right here. Let's take the board out. Right there. Wow, and right here. So board was definitely damaged. So make sure you keep your sunroof, vents, pipes, all that stuff clean. Avoid any flooding into interior of the vehicle. Hopefully this video was helpful and now you know how to replace the part. You'll definitely need tools for that. And I'll provide Amazon affiliate links in description of the video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. See you next time.